Alright, so we're going to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, Episode 1 and 2. Hopefully this will be a weekly series where we can talk about details, speculation, and what we think might happen in the future. So, my name is Landis.
Mitchie.
Matan.
Steve.
Brittany.
Alright, so right now, just a little recap. We have Inhumans, we have superpowers, and Sky's no longer Sky. She is Daisy?
Yes.
Daisy?
Daisy.
Alright, so what do we think about this episode?
Fitzsimmons. I'm sorry, the only thing I can talk about is Fitzsimmons, but the only thing I can't talk about is Fitzsimmons.
So the only thing you can talk about is the person who's not in the first episode.
She's in the first episode?
She is at the end.
At the end, that's 30 seconds.
Because we had to know where she was.
Was that a surprise to anybody?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it was a surprise because we didn't know what the...
We didn't know where she was.
We didn't know
what
what
she
we
was
Well,
taken.
Some of us thought we knew what it did.
Do you think the show has the balls to kill off any other lead characters?
Yes. Here. So Josh,
It's a translated show. He would kill anybody.
as a
He
weak
would kill
fan,
himself.
he kills off characters. And here's my point. He's setting
If
her up to die.
if it's the movie to
No.
the show that already got canceled,
No.
sure.
Everyone, there's history. This is how he starts. He sets you up, you love this
He's
person,
not even
and he's gonna
involved in
eliminate it.
S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore.
He's gonna do it.
moved on.
She's gonna die.
Well, here's the
So
thing. Here's the thing. This show will make you think that it's killed off someone, and then they'll bring him back. Because in this universe, anyone can be resurrected at any point, and that's why you can't stand shows like this.
Yes, we got Simmons back. I still say we're gonna lose her in this season, but we'll go on it. What do you guys think? Let's think of this.
This is what I think.
Listen.
Because Simmons is not gonna die, Fitz is not gonna die, you're gonna die.
All right, so Matan, what do you think? We got her opinion.
So I kind of agree with you in terms of the kind of the Coulson and Daisy and them setting up. But with Fitz, I have to say,
Hey.
Emmy nomination.
And I do agree with Matan. I liked to see the trajectory that the Fitz character is taking. I thought he was becoming actually kind of a badass, which I didn't anticipate. Jumping from the beginning of season 1 to the beginning of season 3, I was like, oh, this guy has actually had some development.
Yeah.
he's
It's a lot,
taken on
I
a
would
new.
say.
Yeah.
I agree that those characters are the most developed, but in the Wheaton world, those are the ones that he eliminates in the most unexpected way because.
But that's
Oh no! You should just keep it in your like
just
poster.
I'm
like
just saying,
plaster
look,
right there.
listen. As a
Print it on your
Wheaton
shirt.
fan since high school, this is his MO. All his shows, all his films, everything. He finds these two characters he develops really well, makes you fall in love with them, and then as soon as you fall in love with them, one of them is going to die. They're the cute couple. They're the innocent children in this whole
No,
world.
nobody touches Fitzsimmons except each
After
other.
what Fitz
And wait a
does,
second.
he is not so innocent. And
No,
after what
but
Simmons
that's
did, she
good.
ain't so innocent.
That's
I feel
good
like I'm missing
character.
a huge chunk of stuff here.
Nothing. This is
It's
the first season where
platonic.
they're
It's platonic, right?
It isn't.
No!
Not at all.
Whoa, okay.
Leopold Fitz confessed his love for Gemma Simmons at the end of season 1.
Okay.
She
Okay.
spent all of season
Stop.
2 not telling him how she feels until the end of season 2.
They were gonna go on a date, and she gets this smile at the end of the second season. She gets this smile after he asks her out on a date, and that's when she's taken.
Wheaton forming this
Right.
hope.
Right.
This is the hope and love
Yeah.
that he forms, and then crushes your soul.
Yeah.
If he does kill one of these characters off, they're coming back. Like, they don't stay dead in this world, in
As
this
a bad
universe.
guy, they come back as a bad guy.
They come back.
That's all I can talk about.
Okay,
That's
so
my central
we got her back
focus.
for the last 5 minutes of the second episode, so great.
And it
she's
was
back.
beautiful. Did you see his little face when he was holding her in the rubble? He was so happy.
Yeah, how he by fingertips that he pulled her magically through the portal. I
Because
have no
he loves
idea.
it was love, okay?
Yeah.
It was
It's
love.
love.
It
Oh,
was
Love
it's
made it
love.
happen.
You know
Love
why?
is all.
Because
Love
you
is
know
all.
why? Because Marvel is owned
No,
by Disney,
and by the way,
and that's where the magic
Okay,
is.
but am I the only one that he was a
Nah,
douche?
this is
He's
cool.
willing to kill his entire team. Okay, she has a hemorrhage. We get Sky, Daisy, sorry, getting a hemorrhage before, and he knows like, oh, her brain's gonna blow up. By the way, hold this open. I'm gonna jump in. That's a douche move.
He didn't
He's an
say-
asshole.
he
You
didn't
know
say
what?
that.
No,
But it would be an
fucking likes
asshole if she was
Scott.
like, I'm getting a nosebleed. You can't save someone from an alien planet because my nose
They
is
didn't
bleeding.
know what the
Fuck
hell was
that.
there.
She needs to be a team player and just take that fucking nosebleed.
Suck it up, right.
They had speculation. They didn't know what it was. He could have gone into deep space and died.
Regardless, if she, wherever he's pulling her from, like, I'm sorry, a nosebleed does not trump somebody's entire
Oh,
life.
how about learning where we're
They
going
can
to before we jump
rescue
into the
you.
black
I don't
hole?
give any fucks because
Okay.
it was destroyed after he
No,
got pulled
because
out.
he's a dumbass. They kept it open, and she
Yeah.
destroyed it because they had to keep it open. He's an asshole.
But
Yeah.
you don't understand their beautiful love, so I understand your ignorance. But
The team is really what's important.
I don't give any fucks about the team.
Yeah.
Okay, I care about
Oh.
Fitz
Yeah.
and Simmons being in love forever,
No.
and that's all I care about.
Because I agree with Matan. I was kind of like, really Fitz is like the only one who I'm really kind of like following here.
He's
you know what I
becoming
mean?
like a badass.
Yeah, but now he has a target on his head.
And he's got that scruff now?
Yeah, he's got the...
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, no, I'm not shaving.
I felt like he
No.
was losing his accent.
I don't care what the dress
when
code
he was
is.
talking to somebody, I was like, where's the accent? Horrible actor.
He's actually Scottish.
I know. He sounded American for like a second.
So he brings the case of the
Yes.
splitter bomb. They open it, and he's like, he just decides to detonate one.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it wasn't a...
It wasn't a bomb. He just got away.
It was like that... It was a
flare.
flashbang.
It was a flashbang.
He disguised it as that bomb.
But the jackass detonated in his own face. He didn't.
You're
He
literally
closed
a
his eyes.
Because of
jackass.
that, he knew what it was.
He knew what it was. Yeah.
That's why
No,
he
Fitz
went
knew
the-
what it was.
Yeah.
The brown person didn't.
The way that device works, you activate it and you throw it at somebody and they disintegrate. It doesn't work if you don't throw it at somebody. So he activated it. To throw it at him,
And so Fitz
and
saw
then
him.
saw him like he knew he was going to do that.
All right, the logic there is a little.
No, he knew they were going to kill him. Like, they're not going to pay and give him what he wants.
Exactly.
So,
that's
he
why
knew they
he
were going
did
to use
it.
the weapon that you
Which brings me to
As long as they've established that in the world that that's how it works, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it.
Which brings
You
me to
know.
the next point, though, is that the Hebrew word, it was written as Mrs., like MRS. And the word death doesn't have that long middle letter in it. So it was really confusing that I
Maybe
feel like,
they're gonna
I feel
find
like
that
they-
out later in the season and go like, we've been
feel like
looking
maybe
for a
Maybe
married
it's a
woman all
stone
this
of
time.
matrimony.
I feel like
and
they
if it's
screwed
because
up.
we're gonna get married and live
So
together.
did you?
All I
So-
kept thinking the whole first episode was, but where is Ward? Because I missed all of season 2 and almost all, like, a huge chunk of
He needs to
season
take on the
1.
whole season.
And I was like, but where is Ward? But where is he?
All right. So what I thought about this episode was just basic setup. I wasn't that excited about it because it's all a setup. We saw the bad guy, the porcupine dude. Possibly, since I know them from the comic books, they're setting up Sword, which is Shield's counterpart in space. With
Rosalind?
I hate her. She was in something else, and I just don't like her face.
so the Shield, they handle stuff on Earth. In the comic book, the Sword, same thing as Shield, but they handle stuff in the universe, so they're in outer space. So I'm kind of hoping they're setting that up because she gave a hint like, well, NASA is no longer, or the JPL is no longer
What's that
just for exploration. In the first episode, now with all the aliens coming in, so I'm hoping that's a setup. If not, it's just an annoying character that I agree with you. I didn't like her either. Not because of her face. It's just I thought she was
I
annoying.
really don't like her face.
So here are my hopes for this season. I hope that they bring in Sword, and I hope that's why we get this woman. But that's the only hope I got because most of it is a large setup. I know they're doing the movie, so I know they're not. If they're smart, they're not going to give away a lot of Inhuman history because of the Inhuman movie. But we get introduced to the Mr. Porcupine. In the comic book, he's kind of like the Hitler of the Inhumans, where no one's honorable to be an Inhuman unless he chooses, so he kills everyone off. So I think they're going through that storyline. You like this guy?
I do.
You like the murderous, like soul-sucking, blow up your heart inside your body?
I kind of
he
do.
does.
He has a sense of morality. It's different from the humans, but he stays. I feel like
So
he's gonna
raw.
stay true to it. You know what I mean?
How do you know so? We saw him for like 3 seconds. All he was
This is
burning
just a
holes
guess.
through walls
It's
and
a
trying
guess.
to kill people. That's
No.
not a good guess.
It's entirely subjective. I feel like this guy's operating on his own morality. Okay.
All right.
And he
This is the
sticks.
guy that hasn't watched all the movies, though. I mean,
No. Okay.
take
Like,
everything
this guy's
he
on a
says
mission.
with
I
10 grains of
appreciate
salt.
that. Okay. If he could kill Walter White's family, I feel like that would be pretty
Oh,
satisfactory.
you just hit a nerve. Okay, you as a non-comic book fan, what did you think of this episode?
Well, okay, so I missed an entire season, and I feel like I didn't really miss out on anything, which is a problem. Okay.
Missed 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Two
actually,
seasons.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, all right, yes, 2
Bunch of
seasons, and I
movies.
don't really feel like I missed out on
A
much
bunch
of
of
anything.
movies.
I feel like that's a bit of a problem where I'm like, I feel like with the season 3, episode 1, I'm already up to speed. I'm like, all right, I get where we are, and everything that came before, I'd like, oh, I don't know what
You're
was
not
there,
understanding the depth of the universe then.
but maybe not.
Well, I also think it's
But-
a good thing if you're able to jump in.
But
Yeah,
that,
but
that was
isn't
going to
that-
be my
yeah,
other
isn't that-
point.
yeah.
That was going to be my other point. But that being said, I could kind of ease my way into it and go like, I kind of get what's going on. You know, everything that came before may have been somewhat inconsequential for me as a kind of an outsider coming to this, you know, newly. But it made it easy for me to jump into it.
That's
Here's my
type of
hope
bad.
that Clark Gregg will eventually add some inflection to his voice. I don't know when
Wow,
monotone.
don't touch my Clark Gregg.
Everything ends the same way. I'm Clark Gregg.
Yeah, seriously. Can I second
Come on,
that? You need to
everybody
print
on
more
board.
of those for next
I'll
time.
come out with some for everybody next
All
time.
right, thank you.
It's better than Shatnering everything.
Oh, I'll
Give
give
you
you
that. I'm
I
not.
feel like we're crossing over into the wrong side.
Okay, we're
of
going
the world.
I'm not really excited about the season. It was a lot of setup. I don't really know where they're going. There's a movie, so I don't think they're going to risk risking the movie for the show.
How
So
can you not be excited when there's so much beautiful Fitzsimmons to look forward to?
Fitzsimmons, listen.
That's the only thing
Okay,
that I'm actually
what-
like.
Okay, here's my
As
okay.
a newcomer to the show, he's most interested in Fitzsimmons.
And can I please say, nobody's talking about, I don't know her name, Ming Na Wen, and how, like, May, and how, like,
May.
nobody
That is
cares
fucking
what your
Ming Na
relationship with your dad is. And they spent, like, an entire episode of her talking to her dad, like, hashing things out. Should I go back? Should I not? And we're like, we don't care about...
No, you're right. We don't.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I feel like all this setup is going to show a lot of growth of the characters, and that's what I'm excited to see. And you already saw that with Simmons, you already saw that with Fitz. You saw it with Sky somewhat.
If Fitzsimmons, if these two little couple, once turns into a bad guy because of some mystical thing from that planet, then it's like, I'm out. I'm gonna be out. I'm like,
That would be really interesting.
I think
If she comes back with some sort of like infestation and he has to like help her out
And
in
that's
whatever way.
that's why my theory, if there's
That's
somebody's
it.
gonna die,
I'm like,
it's
wait.
her. So, final thoughts? What do you think of the show now that you're the newbie?
I agree. It started a lot of setup, and you don't really get a sense of like where it's going yet. But you know, I kind of am okay with that at this point. You know.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened with Ward? Can somebody please explain
Okay, so
this to me?
Ward-
Because
okay.
He's like
Ward-
the
okay.
man candy of the
Do you
world.
really wanna know?
You wanna know?
Why is he bad?
He was always Hydra.
he was always.
No! Oh, God!
Wow. Kaboom!
He was
Did
always
you
bad.
see him? He's like carved out of marble.
He's
God!
always been. You can still enjoy his body, even though he's Hydra.
Like,
He's a bad boy, so you
that's
like him.
Fine.
Alright, so we'll see where it goes. Next week,
Yeah.
episode 3. Tell us what you think in the comments. Next week we'll discuss episode 3 in detail. Maybe we'll get our shit together and do it a little better job. So thank you for coming. I'm Landis.
Mitchie.
Matan.
Steve,
Brittany, I'm sorry. Ward is
I'm gonna
really?
take on a pseudonym. I need to go
All right.
by a
Oh,
pseudonym.
what?
Alright, so Brittany may not be here next
Buy
week.
a synonym.
We'll see you next week. Thank you. Hey guys, this is Shield Talk, and this is my dog getting in the fucking frame. I'm Landis, this is Muñeca. Episode 1.
Episode 1 and 2.
Why did you make us watch both?
Ah, this is horrible! Alright, Muñeca, go.
Do we want to start over?
So we're gonna talk about season 1.
Take two
Take
and-
2. Fine.
Are you here on the Twitter? Have you
It's
Twittered?
at Grandpa.
Have you done the
Do you have
Twitters?
the Twitter?
Have I Twittered?
Have you done the Facebook?
Twitters?
Are you on the Facebook?
I'm on the Facebook.
Are you on the Instagram?
I recently was Instagrammed.
Do you have any tumbles?
I tumbled a bit.
Yeah, you tumbled a little bit.
A little bit.
Tumbling right out the damn door.
I'm gonna get a migraine. This is our first show.